So I'm going to ask you questions to get to know who you are. If you need me to repeat anything, please let me know. So can you tell me about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Althea I, but I go by Allie. I've been lifeguarding for the past 3 years. I was the lead lifeguard for 2 years at my aquatic center back from my hometown in North California. And I've been swimming my whole life, and I've taught water safety and swim lessons since I was 14.
And what is your goal and majors at this university?
To get my degree in possibly psychology and go into a research-based career.
Can you tell me what your understanding of aquatics and risk management is?
Yeah, I believe it's taking preventative measurements to prevent a serious accident from happening.
And what would you say are the most important characteristics for a lifeguard to have?
A responsibility, being able to think quick on your feet, I guess athleticism to be able to save anybody, and communication, being able to communicate with your team and teamwork.
And more specifically, what are your best qualities as a worker?
I'm responsible. I'm very punctual. I can communicate very clear and concisely. And I'm a team worker. I'm happy to compromise and find problem-solving solutions.
Ali, what do you like to do in your free time?
I like to swim. I've actually been swimming here for the past couple of weeks now. I surf, I'll climb. Recently I've been starting to work on a research in health psychology with a professor. But
And you do that in your free time?
I guess that doesn't really consider as free time, but
To you?
yeah. So I guess mostly just the activities, and I'll read and hang out with my friends and whatnot.
Can you give me an example of a time you were under pressure and how did you handle the situation?
There was a 3-year-old that I was actually drowning, and I wasn't on the stand, but the lifeguard who was on the stand didn't jump in. So under that pressure, I was on my lunch break and I dropped my food and ran and jumped in the pool to save him. So under pressure, I'd say I'll quickly analyze and decide what's the best action I can take in that moment.
Based on everything, what animal would you say best represents you and why?
I'd say a seagull, because
Seagull?
they can fly, but they can also dive in the water, and I really want to have a lot of freedom in my life, but still being able to stay in the water. So I think that was a big part of my childhood and growing up. I was constantly around water, and they're just loud and goofy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What would you say are your 3 greatest strengths, and on the flip side of that, your 3 greatest weaknesses?
My strengths, I'll say, in the workplace or in general?
In general. Could be anything.
I'm really good at observing people and helping people. I'm really determined on making them feel better. In terms, if they're stressed, I'll do what I can to talk them through it. So I think I'd say I'm very empathetical, and I'm able to analyze situations pretty well. My weaknesses, I'll say I'll get into my own head too much and start overthinking. But recently I've been working on fixing that overwhelmingness. I've been very good at separating my emotional and reactive reactions to things. Does that make sense? So I say those are the two main ones.
But three.
Oh, three. And each. So analyzing people, empathy, and I'm very. Sorry, I don't really think about myself that much in that sense. I'm determined. I'm hardworking. I'd say if I have my mind on something, I'll do whatever I can to get it done.
And then one more on the other side.
And then weakness, on the other hand, if I do have a stressful day and overwhelming, I'll procrastinate.
So we have the rules up, but as you know, people don't always follow them. If a guest argued with you about the pool rules, what would you do?
I would reinforce the rules to them. I'd let them know what they're doing wrong, that we have the rules for a reason, the safety is important for a reason, and I'd explain that those reasons are for their personal safety, and if they don't apply to those, then they shouldn't be on the facility if they can't respect those rules.
If you were hired, how long would you be working for us?
I'll say at least for this semester and most likely for the next semester for this year, for the first year. And I think my availability, I could try doing 10 to 16 hours a week.
When do you graduate?
In 2027 is so far where it's set, but it might change to 2026.
So why only the 2 semesters?
I'm hoping to find a better job in my degree that'll help me with my degree.
Are you able to work summers?
I cannot, no. I won't be in time.
And why should we hire you?
I think I'd be a good asset to the team in terms of what I listed above with teamwork and creating a safer environment on the pool deck. And I have experience with working with a team and managing a team.
And do you have any questions for us?
For the swim portion, do we have to swim with our head up or head down?
You don't need to, as long as you complete the front crawl.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And then the breaststroke.
Perfect. Thank you.
So you have 2 options with that. You can either do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 breaststroke, 4 front crawl, and 4 side stroke, or you can do 6 front crawl and 6 side stroke. Excuse me, 6 breaststroke. Pardon. For the swim, it has to be continuous and it has to be consistent. So you can't go front crawl then breaststroke, front crawl, breaststroke, all front crawl, all breaststroke. 2-minute tread, 3-minute tread, hands up, and then the 25 yards swim down, grab the brick, and bring it back.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So go ahead and change.